Our flight was 14 hours.
You fly before, you need to sleep well.
It was horrible.
Yeah.
Made pee on all my clothes during the flight where I weren't able to change. I don't know what I was thinking. 안녕하세요,
안녕하세요, 여러분.
Hi everyone.
Hi.
So today we're going to talk about our experience of our overseas flight with a 7-month-old baby.
Yeah.
At that time, Fanta was 7 months old. And our flight was 14 hours.
Yes.
And yeah, it was very hard.
Yeah, this first time 14 hours because
Yeah.
it's a minute long.
Yeah, usually it's 12 hours, but because of the war, it's they cannot go over Russia, right? So it has to be like even longer. And so yeah, do you wanna tell something about your experience? Did you expect it like that? Did you think it's gonna be more easy?
Yes, like you fly before, you need to sleep well.
Because I remember you said like because our flight was at 12, like at lunchtime, and I remember the day before you were like saying, let's not sleep the night because then we can sleep in the flight. And I was already saying, yeah, you can do that when you're flying alone, but not with a baby, because I'm pretty sure that Fanta is not gonna sleep because it's during the day, and now she doesn't have this schedule anymore, but before she really, from 7 p.m. until 7 a.m. she slept 12 hours, and during the day she didn't sleep a lot because she was sleeping really a lot at night. And perfect, like she was sleeping so well. I knew that she will not sleep for sure at 12 at lunchtime, so that I already knew, but we still had to get ready a lot of stuff, so we went to sleep pretty late on that day. And the next day it started out well, everything. Also, we made sure that she's not gonna take a nap before the flight. So we woke her up at the usual time at 7 a.m. And then right before we went to the airplane, she was about to fall asleep. So we made sure that she's not gonna fall asleep. But then in the airplane, she didn't fall asleep.
Yeah.
It was horrible.
Yeah.
So
she always happy and no cry. Yeah, just always hang out.
Yeah, but she also cried a little bit, like when we were about to take off. She was crying. I feel like she was feeling that you were nervous because at that time you had her in the baby carrier and you were already getting ready, like, okay, now Fanta, it's okay, now it's okay. But she was not feeling anything, you know. So that's why I think starting to cry.
Yes, but I think her have this ear pressure. Maybe that's why she cried. But I'd say just come easy.
Yeah,
because just give
this, the pacifier, and then as long as you yourself are not nervous and don't show that it's gonna happen something special, I think they don't realize, because when I went back,
I think this is so important. Like parents always just normal. Just give
like
jokjogi because they need like something soft.
Yeah, so in order to
also
release
sometimes
the pressure.
this milk and jokjogi.
Yeah, drink something.
Yes. And also we buy some headphone like this for block this sound, but
she didn't want to wear it, so you should get her used to wear it before maybe 1 week because she was always putting it off. And then the problem was that she was crying as long as we were sitting down. She always wanted to move and stuff. So I remember all flight I was always walking, because when I was walking up and down the airplane, then she was calm. So it was very hard. I didn't sleep 1 minute. And yeah, she then fell asleep, but then as soon as I sat down, she woke up again. And also another hard thing that we know already that we wanna change is that our organization, because we had 3 bags. We had her food, we had a lot of changes because we thought that we need to change her a lot, and then we also had the, you know, like skincare and her diapers, and we had a lot of diapers. I don't know why I bought so many diapers. In the end, it's just 14 hours. If she's supposed to sleep, we don't change her diapers that much, maybe 3 or 4 we just need it, right? And I brought like, I don't know, like 10, 15.
Yes,
So I don't know what I was thinking. And also clothes, change clothes. I didn't take only one change. I took like 5 or 6 changes. That was way too much, and also the food was too much.
Yeah. But this like too much. This like not problem. Just make order.
Yeah.
One bag is like only you need this important one bag.
One bag,
Yeah.
and not 3 bags. Yeah, but we had so much stuff that we
Yeah.
didn't have the place for all the stuff in one bag. So that was a very big problem, and we didn't have a lot of space. And also the bassinet
Yeah.
that you can order, it sounds very comfortable because you think, okay, when she sleeps, she lie down and then you're free. You don't have to have her the whole time on her lap. But she didn't want, first of all, sleep, not at all. And then sit down, yes, to hang out and stuff, but you still had to care her. You had to check that she's not gonna bump somewhere because it was hard on the sides.
Yeah.
And so the bassinet, I don't know, I rather take one like later when she can sit alone to take one more seat than the bassinet, because the bassinet for sleep, really, I don't know other children, but she or children at 7 months, they don't want to sleep alone in the bassinet. So that was bad. And another thing that I would check for sure is not to fly on lunchtime. Because when I came back, I already knew I need to do the order, so I only had one bag. I only brought like 4 or 5 diapers because I was alone. The first time we were like together, but I came back alone with her. So I tried to organize myself as good as possible. And the good thing, because when I came back with Fanta, then she was so good. She was sleeping almost throughout the flight. So it was a night flight. We took off at 8 and came and arrived in the morning. So that was perfect. So she was sleeping a lot, and she was almost no crying. And also when we took off, she fell asleep very fast.
Oh.
Yes. So it was very comfortable. So I was already more experienced, let's say, to come back. But I don't know if I will fly again with such a small baby, like for our so long distance, and especially with such a big jet lag, because we didn't only have problem while flying, but also when we arrived. You remember she didn't sleep.
Yeah. I cannot sleep, so I sleep so far in her like
During
this,
hugging her
because we need change her jet lag, so I cannot sleep, so she's so much tired, so I just then I just make this 80.
Yeah, the baby carrier, and you went up and down, and until she fell asleep. And then I remember one time I woke up like at 5 a.m. and then I saw you there still trying to make her sleep. It took maybe 3 or 4 days.
Yeah.
And but then it was okay again. So it was not.
I think if you want this like far flying, like long time flying, I think this daddy sacrifice thing you need daddy's sacrifice maybe, because really like this time I get like this dark circle, like this.
Yeah, because also since you're in holiday, you already want to go and watch something and do something, and not then sleep just during the day. So that was bad. And then, but it was even worse when we came back. The jet lag was worse when I came back, because when we went there to Italy, she had a jet lag for 3 or 4 days. but when we came back, it was almost
Yes, this like so difficult. Maybe
more than
yes.
1 week. Or
Yeah, 1 week, 2 weeks.
2 weeks. And then she really didn't sleep. Like she was awake until 3 a.m. and she slept then only 1 hour, and then she woke up again, and that was hard.
Then cannot sleep again. So
Yes.
wow, but we need sleep, right? Because
But
this is not
fortunately,
our
there was Solal, the holiday, 4 days. So at least you didn't have to go to work at that time when we came back. But it was really bad. So I would rather, if someone wants to go to holiday, like we went to Italy because I'm from Italy, and that's why we did this long flight. But otherwise, I would not do it. But what I would, in case if someone really wants to fly, I think flying close place like 4 hours or something, that this is okay, I think.
This is okay.
And
I think yes.
Yeah, or if want to fly very long, for example, I don't know, like South Korea to Australia, it's also almost 10 hours, right? So it's 10-hour flight, but at least when you arrive, you still have the same schedule. It's no jet lag because it's the same time zone.
Yeah.
Like for example, if you're in Europe, then if you fly, I don't know, South Africa, it's still a long flight, but you still have the same time. So at least this baby has the same routine. Because I think we already have jet lag, but babies, it's crazy because they don't know that they actually need to try to sleep or stuff like this. So yeah, at least this I would suggest. But other than that, I really was happy with Korean Air, the service, especially when I came back. I was able to get on the plane first, and they really helped me a lot. So I really like that. Also the people that
But also I think other country to this day,
yes,
if
maybe.
you can say, then yes, then they exactly help because they work for service, right?
Yeah.
And also I won't tell this, don't often monitor.
Yes.
This like
when you have the best, like the bassinet, when you order it, and because the stewardess will ask you, or the flight attendant, I think you cannot say stewardess. The flight attendant
flight attendant
asks you, do you watch TV? Do you want to watch? And then I was like, yes, maybe. So she needs to put it out before, because later you cannot close it or you cannot open it. So I was always like, I have to go out like this from my seat. So that was very bad. So yes, this good tip, say no thank you. You can always watch on the other seat or
just
on the phone.
Yes,
download Netflix drama. The only thing that I was getting angry so much is every time when the food came, the stewardess always asks so loud, what do you want to eat? And Fanta woke up. So I was like this. But I had another woman who was sitting next to me, and she was very nice. She helped me with almost everything. She also opened like the food jar for me, and really she tried to do everything. Or also when Fanta started to be a little bit fuzzy, she was doing like this stuff for Fanta. So yes, I was happy that I had people who helped me a lot. So yeah.
She's like Korean woman?
Yes, Korean.
I think Korean Ajumma?
Yes.
I think she already had baby, so she like
maybe.
baby.
And she knows how hard it is.
Yeah, this like Korean style. Also, I don't know. Also, I think.
Yes,
like
I don't.
Europe,
I think so because
don't
don't live in Europe.
Like
so.
young people, I don't know, but usually Ajumma, if they have baby, then they know this like
it's so
this
hard.
so hard.
So that's why. Yeah.
This time, so lucky, right?
Yeah. Yes. So.
And also, I want to tell, don't forget baby insurance. Is this trip insurance? Yes.
Make a trip insurance because
we never know like
we didn't
what
think
happened,
about it, and it's very important to do because you have really no idea what will happen, and so it's good to have a baby insurance.
Trip insurance.
Trip insurance, health insurance. If you go in a country where you don't know exactly the language or something, then bring medicine for the baby. We did that. We brought
because
even though
like,
I'm from Italy,
before I buy something
you bought
for
some,
like some
for cold
and medicine.
And I also would not have brought, of course, next time I will not bring the the cloth diapers. I will not bring them. I thought since I'm gonna be there for 1 month, it's okay. We have a washing machine in the house there, so I can wash and stuff. But it's just a mess. So I decided not. Next time I will not bring it. And also another thing that I would not do is not bring that many clothes or stuff, because we brought all her bottles, Tupperware. We brought her bib. We brought her so much, and I would not bring it, because if you don't need all this stuff, and if you need it, you can always buy. If you're not going into a country where they don't have it, then maybe you also don't even need it, so I would bring much less stuff.
We don't know what this country they go.
Yes, exactly. And also we went in winter, so of course you need a little bit more stuff. But I mean, if you really have a washing machine, then just wash, because we brought also 2 different hats. Like she can only wear 1 hat.
It's also case by case.
Yes, of course, case by case. But still, this is something that I think I would do.
But we want tell like just don't need so much,
Yeah.
because we make this really over the top.
Yes.
Because like, oh yeah, my baby first trip, so we need make more feature, more change clothes.
The thing that is also very comfortable is that you can bring the stroller, like the Yumocha. So that was really good that you brought that. Because during when you wait in the duty free and stuff, so she can stay inside there. You don't have to already hold her. But yeah, other than that, would you do again with 7-month baby trip to Italy?
7 months, baby.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because don't have choice, because we need bring her grandma and grandma. We need show, right?
Yes, we need show. Yes,
so
this
they
okay.
need me.
But I mean, if you can choose.
Can choose? No. If I can choose, then no. Because this too hard time.
Yes.
Because not only me, and you and me, Fanta, and also your grandma and grandma, whole family, so hard. Because also my sister, so hard time, because they want trip.
Yeah.
But not so much, because I'm so much thankful because they so much help us. So yeah. 누나 고마워.
Yeah, no, because also since she has to sleep early, also at night we could never hang out, right? Yes, later when you went back and I was sleeping at my mom's house, then yes, she slept at my mom's house and I was able to go out at night and meet my friends and stuff. So that was comfortable.
Free mom.
Not free mom.
You know. I know.
Always with her.
I listen this one rumor. She go this like beautiful club together, Mariama.
No, I don't go club. It's just her birthday. We went to a bar.
Yeah, that's just
That's it. Later, yeah, but when you're just with your child, and your child needs to go to sleep at a certain hour, then the day is also very short. So yeah. But anyway, it was fun. It was nice. I liked it. Fanta also liked Italy, I think. We escaped the extreme cold weather here in Seoul, because in Italy the weather was pretty okay. It was 0 degree or 1, 2, 3 degree, and every day beautiful weather, good air. But here in Seoul it was -18, -20, and always snow and cold. So yeah, we had to this time. So yeah. I would do it again.
Yes. Also, like I think because this have so much good memory, right? So I don't know. I hope she can remember this time. But I think if you can choose, then you can go more early.
Yes, maybe
more
early,
early,
where she's not moving so much.
yeah.
Yes.
And I think if you go 9 months, maybe so much more difficult because now she
even
really young.
yeah.
So if you late then little bit more late or
Yes,
yeah.
I would say either before 6 months, like 5. Yes.
This baby.
I would say either before 5 months maximum, until 5 months maximum. I think you can start flying with a newborn. I think maybe you can start with 3 months, 3, 4, 5 months, and then later maybe, I don't know. We will see because we don't know how it will change. But I think also 1 year, 1.5 will be difficult. Or at least they can walk alone, so at least you can say, you know, wait a second, I go to the toilet, because also in the cabin, in the toilet cabin, I had her in the baby carrier, and I had to go to the toilet like this, you know, and then the diaper changing station is over. So also it was so difficult. I had to put her there, and now when we change her diaper, she doesn't want to stay lay down, so she always want to stand, but she cannot stand 100%. So she stands, she goes down, she stands, she goes down, and also now always when we change her diapers, she makes pee. So she made pee on all my clothes and stuff during the flight where I weren't able to change. So yeah. I think when over 1 year, at least they can stand, so you can say, stand here, I go to the toilet, at least that. So yeah, but yeah, I would do it again anyway, because when you stay 1 month, it's worth it. I think I said everything that I wanted to say.
No, just enjoy
Yes.
this time.
Yes,
they grow so fast because now she really so much move and mama look. 맞아. Yes, right? Yeah. It just I hope if you can time then use more time your baby.
Yes.
Yes, and please make baby in Korea.
In Korea.
Yes, I hope.
We have not enough babies here. Okay, yeah, I think that was it for today's video. If you have more questions, feel free to ask them in the comments below. I will try to answer them. And yeah, otherwise please like and subscribe, and we will see you in the next video.
난다 우리 저번에 했지? 구독, 좋아요.
댓글
댓글.
안녕. 다음에 봐요.
난다 인사.
봐요.